Hi, my name is Casper Rene Johansen, and I'm your YouTube philosopher.
With all 6 stones, I could simply snap my fingers. They would all cease to exist. I call that mercy. A small price to pay for salvation. Today I lost more than you can know.
This video here is about Thanos in the Marvel Universe and the two particular movies like Avengers Infinity and Avengers Endgame, where he's the prominent antagonist, the evil character of that movie. And the interesting thing about Thanos is he is kind of like a philosopher, an evil philosopher who sat down thinking there's so much suffering in the world and a lot of people are suffering. Why is that? And he comes up with a solution, and he tries to do that solution in order to make the world a better place according to him. So he wants to do good. So that's the interesting thing about this Thanos character, that he believes he's doing good, he wants to do good, his motivation is trying to do good, and he's willing to sacrifice himself and actually his own daughter to fulfill this altruistic goal that he's actually believing that he's doing. He comes up with the idea that because the suffering in the universe is because there's too many beings in the universe that's using all the resources. That's not enough resources for everybody to sustain a good life. They are starving and suffering throughout the universe. So the best thing you can do is to kill half of the universe people, and then the world becomes a better place because there's more resources for everybody. You get utopia on Earth. This is Malthusianism from you can say the economist, maybe also a bit philosopher, Thomas Malthus, who had the idea that the growth of the population, human population, will keep increasing, and it will become worse. If we're too many people, we're gonna have a decline in our happiness, because there's not gonna be enough resources. So Thanos is clearly a Malthusianist in this way, that he believes that this is why we are suffering, and the best thing is to decrease the population in the universe. So he is a Malthusianist in this way, but he's also another label you could put on Thanos is that he's an utopian. He's a utopian because he believes this act of killing half of everybody in the universe, that will make things an idealistic place to live in. So he believes in that utopia is possible by one act, killing half of all the universe. And it seems like very, very hard job to kill half of every sentient being in the universe. But this is a fantasy movie where he has these gloves and all the infinity stones, and he can snap his finger and half of him dies. And that's what actually he succeeds in the first one, Avengers Infinity. And the next is about whether the good guys, the protagonist of the movie, the Marvel heroes, Captain America, the Iron Man, and all the other guys, the Hulk, they wanna undo what Thanos has done, and that's the interesting mirror image now with Thanos and the Marvel heroes, that they both want a better world. That's why they're doing what they do. They want to create a better world, but in a slightly different way. Thanos wants to kill half. He's a ice cold cynic philosopher in that way, that this is the only way to make an utopia. You kill half. So Thanos, he mirrors those Marvel heroes who who doesn't believe that this is the way to go about to make a better world, to kill. No, they want another way. So it's kind of becomes this classic philosophical battle that you also have in the universities, where you have utilitarianism against deontology, where utilitarianism is basically the amount of happiness that goes around. That's should be your goal, to maximize the general happiness, that's the general welfare that goes around. And fantasy comes up with if everybody's that most people are suffering, then there's not that much happiness go around. But if you kill half, the other 50 half will be happy. So you have maximized the total welfare of happiness, according to Thanos. That makes him a utilitarianist in that sense. While the Marvel heroes are deontologists. They say, no, people's life, every sentient being has value. You should not kill a human being. You should not use people as a means to something. And that's what deontology and the famous philosopher Immanuel Kant says. You should not use people as means for a specific goal. And that's what Thanos does. He uses half of the universe as a goal, to as a means to a goal to achieve this state of happiness. So it's a classic philosophical battle that's going on in this Avengers movie. I hope you enjoyed this movie. And I hopefully will see you in my next movie about iconic movie villains and their philosophy.